بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. So this will be our lesson number 4. الدرس الرابع. Dars mean lesson, and الرابع mean fourth lesson. A basic Arabic, very basic one, which enable you to understand the Quran. So, our last lessons, we classified the noun, classifying the noun with respect to the letters it contains. So, what we did, we started from kalima. And there are how many types of kalima?
3 types.
Which one?
With the importance, first is ism, then fi'l, then harf al-ma'ani.
Okay, so ism, fi'l, and
Huruf.
And harf are huruf, right? And ism is a kalima, fi'l is a kalima, and harf is a
Kalima.
kalima. And kalima mean a word which has
Meaning.
meaning, right? Then we are taking the study of the ism is nahu, and the study of the fi'l is sarf. These are the 2 branches of the Arabic grammar. But in the beginning they are merged, they are dependent on one another. You cannot clearly divide the 2. Then after like 20-25 letters, then it will just go purely sarf and purely nah. So now when I design a lesson, then I feel that if I continue with all the classifications of the ism, then we will need the verb in the middle, and then you will not understand. So although the classifications of the ism are not finished, we did 2 classifications of the ism. One was with respect to ishtiqaq, like masdar and jamid and mushtaq. 3, okay? So this was the classification with respect to derivation, that how they are derived from one another. Because every mushtaq is derived from what? From masdar, right? And masdar is directly made from huruful mabani. And jamid is also made directly from huruful mabani, right? You understand this or not? Okay. So then the second classification we did was the ism with respect to the letters they contain, right? That how many ism letters, huruful mabani, are in a noun. So we classified it. You remember? Go ahead.
So minimum is 3, and that would be sulasi. And then if there are 4 original letters, that will be rubai. And if there are 5, then it will be khumasi.
Khumasi, mashallah. So look, he was not here in the lecture, but he knew I was going to be asking him, so he watched it. So that is what you should do also, because these lectures are connected with one another. If you miss one, you will not understand the next one. How many times you watched the previous letter?
Twice.
The previous lesson?
Twice.
2 times, you see? So then 2, 3, 4. 1 time is not enough. So now we do 2 classifications of the noun. They are not finished. There are 4 or 5 more classifications of the noun remaining. But I stopped that there, and then I came to the verb, because for the classifications of the noun, we need the verb too. So that is why today will be the first classification of the verb. Okay? So first classification of the verb is that how many letters a verb can have. Like the same thing, that these are very basic things. So look here, I put here no khumasi in fi'l, so that you don't worry about khumasi. Khumasi means which has 5. And the reason I told you is what? That there are a lot of attachments with the fi'l for different reasons. So if we make it khumasi from the beginning, and then we keep on adding 1 or 2 or 3, it's going to become a big, huge word. So that is why we want to keep the fi'l light, with not a lot of attachments. So that is why there is no khumasi, so it will be only sulasi and rubai. All right? So a fi'l, the minimum letter that a fi'l can have how many? 3. And as I told you before, like for example, if you tell somebody hold, so you say khudh. So it has only 2, but it is not 2. There are some other letters that they are trimmed from it for certain reason. Okay? So the minimum letters in a fi'l can be how many? 3. And that fi'l will be called what?
Sulasi.
Sulasi. And then the maximum letters in a fi'l are how many?
4.
And that fi'l will be called?
Rubai.
Rubai. Right? Okay, no khumasi. Now sulasi, just like we did in the fi'l, in the ism, that sulasi can be sulasi mujarrad and it can be sulasi mazidun fih. Sulasi mujarrad mean empty. Okay? So sulasi mujarrad means that all the letters are asli, real. Real is the one that from the womb of the mother. Okay, how it came. Later on we added the things with it for our needs. But there are some other one. So when a fi'l has only 3 huruf asliya, and no added one, no huruf zaida, no extra one. So that will be called what? Sulasi mujarrad. And if a noun has 3 huruf asliya, but we added something for our special need, so that one will be called what? Sulasi mazidun fih. Sulasi mazidun fih. Okay? If a noun has 4 huruf asliya and no huruf zaida, so this will be called what? Rubai mujarrad. Keep the mic close. And if it has 4 huruf asliya and some extra letters also, that will be called
Rubai mazid.
Rubai mazidun fiha. Okay? So now there is a little bit explanation to it so that you understand it very good. But you have to pay attention. Okay, so now, look, when we say, I always start from the scratch so that if you have forgotten something that you will not. So we say kalima, right? So kalima we say it can be ism, it can be fi'l, or it can be harf. We said that an ism which is thulasi mujarrad, it will have 3 huruf asliya. Like for example, we say zaydun. And an ism which has 3 huruf asliya, but an extra 1 or 2 huruf zaida, that will become thulasi mazidun fi. The example we give is what? Himarun. Then I told you that how will you know that which harf is asli, which harf is zaida? So I told you that the scale of the Arabic language is what? Fa, ain, and lam. You put it in the scale and then you will find out. So like for example, zaydun. I put zaydun in that fa, ain, and lam. So zaydun will be what? Fa'lun. You see? So ala hurufi asliya. Now I put himar in that, it will be what? Fi'alun. So fa, ain, lam, and alif is extra. It means this is not mujarrad. It is mazidun fih, because alif has come inside it. So this is what? Although the huruf asli are 3, it is thulasi, but it is not thulasi mujarrad. It is thulasi mazidun fih. We give example of the noun. But somebody can ask you a question. We didn't answer this question the other day. Like for example, look, there are 2 Zayd. So they will be called Zaydani. Zaydan mean 2 Zayd. And if there are many Zayd, so they will be called Zayduna. Zaydani is still thulasi mujarrad. And Zayduna is still thulasi mujarrad. But you will tell me, if it click in your mind that Zaidun, Fa'lun, only Fa'in and La, then Zaidani has Alif and Nun also. And that will be like a what? Fa'lani. Okay, so Nun is extra, Alif is extra. You understand what I'm saying? So now look, you understand this. That the extra harf has to be extra useless, no real purpose. Because these words we add for two reasons. One is for adad, number. That is single or double or plural. And other is for gender. We do attachment with it. So those are not counted as huruf za'idah. And you will still count the huruf asliya in it. Okay? So Zaidani, why we add alif with it? Because there are two. So the alif is the sign of tasniya. Okay? So this is not totally extra. It is serving a function of the number. That the alif mean two. Like masjidun, one masjid. Two masjid will be what? Masjidani. And many masjid will be, I'm just saying, I'm just making it. Okay? Not the real word. Yeah, masjidani. And like for example, you say mu'minun, mu'minani. And the plural will be what? Mu'minuna. So we added the waw is what? The sign for plural. And this noon is called noon i'rabi. Like for example, when we were saying zaydun, so we put tanween on it. In zaydani, we cannot say zaydanun. So that tanween is transferred into this noon, this called noon i'rabi. So zaydani and the wadan of fa'lani is still mujarrad. If somebody asks you, there is alif and noon extra, you say this is not extra. One is serving as a tanween called noon Arabi, one is serving as a sign of double. If somebody asks you, Zayduna, this is still Sulasi Mujarrad, how can you say it? Then you will say what? That waw is a sign of plural and noon is the sign of tanween. So this is not extra. Okay? So what we say? What is the definition of huruf za'idah? Huruf za'idah is those letters which are added to it, not serving as a gender or number. Okay? So what will be the example of that? Look, like for example, you say one person, he's safe. So you say salima, fa'ila. So this is mujarrad. Now in fi'il, you want to make it sulasi mazidun fi. You want to add something. This is how it will look like. So you say aslama. Okay? So this is like fa'ila. And this is what? Af'ala. Now what is this hamza doing? Nothing. This is just a sign. This is not the sign of gender. Okay? Or not the sign of plural or double. Look, like for example, so aslama means one person became Muslim. Right? Or he surrendered. One person, one man. Now if you want to say two people became Muslim or surrendered, you will say what? Aslama. So you added this alif with it. Right? So this alif is what? This is a sign of double. So this is not harf za'idah. If you say one lady become Muslim, so you will say aslamat. So this is the sign of female. So it is not harf za'idah. Harf za'idah is only this one, this hamza. Okay? So harf za'id has not to be a sign of the number or a sign of the gender. Okay? So this is how, that is why this thing was very important. Why? So now we say that the pair three letters, fa, ain, and lam, they are in which one? In only the first one. If you say zaydani, zayduna, then you cannot. So in the same way is the fi'l. Look, we say dhahaba. Dhahaba means one man left. One man is gone. Dhahaba. Okay? And then we want to put it on the scale. So it is what? Fa'ala. So all huruf are huruf asliya. It means it is sulasi mujarrad. Alright? Okay. Now we want, not always one man will be leaving. Sometimes two men will be leaving. What we gonna do then? Then you say dhahaba. And this will be like what? Fa'ala. This is still sulasi mujarrad. Why alif is the sign for what? Two. Two, tasniya. Then we say dhahabu. Okay, that will be fa'alu. It is still sulasi mujarrad. Why? Waw is a sign for what?
Plural.
Plural. And alif is a sign because sometime, like for example, there is a word, Arabic word, bucket, dalwun. So the Arab, they don't put the Arab on it. If the Arab write dalwun, this is how they will be right, dalwun. So how will you know that this waw is a sign of plural or this is an integral part of the word? So this, for the plural, we put alif with it, so that to differentiate it from that waw, which is the integral part of the kalima. Okay, so what we say, this, why we put this alif? To differentiate this waw, that this waw is the sign for what?
Plural.
Plural. Like for example, you say in the Quran, wa'lamu. So we put the alif here. Why? Because this waw is a sign for what? Plural. Okay? And if there is another word which end with the waw, this alif will not be there. This alif means that this waw is a sign of plural, and this is not the real waw which is part of the kalima. तो इसलिए हम अलिफ पुट समझ रहे हो कि नहीं? Okay, so ذهبوا is what? ثلاثي?
Mujarrad.
Why the waw?
That's for plural.
Okay, and alif?
Alif is for tasniya.
To differentiate the waw of the plural from the other waw. It's still ثلاثي mujarrad. Okay, keep going now. Okay, ذهبوا. Okay, then if we, so ذهب, ذهبا, ذهبوا. If we say one lady left, so what we say? ذهبت. Okay, like فعلت. Okay, this is what? ثلاثي?
Mujarrad.
The ta is what? The sign for?
For female.
Female. Tanis. Okay, ذهبت. Okay, if we say two lady left, ذهبتا, it is ثلاثي mujarrad. Ta is the sign of female and alif is sign of double. Okay, then we say ذهبنا. Okay, noon is a sign of plural female. And ذهب. So now, to define ثلاثي mujarrad, we say that fi'l which has only fa'an and lam in the first sigha of the mazi. So this is how this will, that is all explanation was what? When you read the definition of ثلاثي mujarrad, it will tell you that, look here. Mujarrad mean empty because it is devoid of huruf zaida and has only 3 huruf asliya. Where? In dhahaba, in the first sigha of fi'l madhi, only 3. Okay, why? Because if you go further down to 2 men, many men, 1 woman, 2, then attachments will come and then you will be confused. So if you really want to know what are hurufi asliya, out of the 14, you only focus on what? Number 1. All this explanation was to explain to you that the definition is bound to the first sigha of the madhi. Because the first sigha of the madhi has no attachment whatsoever. And all the other. What is a sigha? Like we use this word sigha. Like okay. So what is sigha? Look. Like for example, we say dhahaba. So we say this is a sigha for wahid, mudhakkar, ghaib. One male who is absent. So we just make this. We arrange the letter in this way and we put these 3 fatha in it. No, in the whole Arabic, whenever you put any kalima you put in this configuration will mean one male absent. Like for example, if you say one male, he did the writing. So what will you say? Kataba. If you say one male did the reading, qara'a. So what will we say? That when we arrange the letters in a particular configuration and we assign to it certain harakat and we make it as a template to make more from it, so that is called the sigha. This is the definition of a sigha. Okay? So fa'ala is the sigha for what? Wahid, mudhakkar, ghaib. समझ गए मेरी बात? Okay. Now we come to this classification now. This was a difficult thing. I was worried how will I explain it, but I hope. You understand it or not?
Yes.
Okay. So now look, ثلاثي mujarrad. ثلاثي mujarrad is the one which has only 3 huruf asliya, no added. Like for example, alima. Alima mean he knew. Okay? Now if this alima you bring it here and you say a'lama. So a'lama mean he made him know. Like he informed him. Like a'lama zaydun amran. Okay? And then this one alif, this harf zaid, and ayn, lam, and mim, they are huruf asliya. Okay? So this is what? This is thulathi mujarrad. This is thulathi mujarrad and this is thulathi mazidun fi. Because the hamza is extra on it. Thulathi mujarrad, thulathi mazidun fi. Now you come to ruba'i mujarrad. That from the womb of the mother, it came with those letters. So for example, you say waswasa. So there is no extra letter. Waswasa is like what? Fa'lala. Fa'lala. So there is no extra letter in it. So it will be waswasa. Waswasa means he put doubt. Waswasa shaytanu fi qalbihi. Waswasa. He put doubt. Waswasa. Or another word is like, for example, zalzala. So all are hurufi asliya. No added one. So this is rubai mujarrad. Now the same one, waswasa, if you say tawaswasa. So tawaswasa means doubt came by itself in him. Tawaswasa. So waswasa means he put doubt. And tawaswasa means doubt came in his heart. Tawaswasa fi qalbihi. Okay, doubt came in his heart. Okay, and if you say waswasa, he put doubt. So the ta, that is what the difference between waswasa and tawaswasa. Waswasa is rubai mujarrad, and tawaswasa is what? Rubai mazidun fihi, because ta is extra. Tawaswasa, tafa'lala. So look, ta is extra. Zalzala, tazalzala. Okay, zalzala means he shook. And tazalzala means shook by itself. Okay, so you say, like for example, you say tazalzala al-masjidu. Okay, so masjid, shook or shocked, how you say. Okay, and if you say zalzala zaydun masjidan, zayd shook the masjid. So then you say zalzala. Zalzala, tazalzala. Waswasa, tawaswasa. Thulathi, so fi'l is what? Thulathi mujarrad, thulathi mazidun fi. Rubai mujarrad, rubai mazidun fi. So look, like for example, you say waswasa. This is the first sigha of madhi. If you want to go down, there will be 13 more. That is our separate lesson. But just I'm giving reference today. So don't say that this is not explained enough. I'm just giving you just to make sure that to definition of the thulathi mujarrad. So look, for example, waswasa, waswasa, waswasu, waswasat, waswasata, waswasatna. This is how it can go. Okay, 13 will be more. One man, two men, plural men, one female, two female. This is how it goes. 13 will be more. That will be our separate lesson. So don't think that this thing is not explained enough. Here only do you focus today. Listen, you say that fi'l has no khumasi, thulathi, thulathi mujarrad, thulathi mazidun fi, rubai mujarrad, rubai mazidun fi. And then the standard is what? The first sigha of the madhi. Why? As you go down, attachments are coming for pronoun and for number. You will be confused. So the standard is what? The first sigha of the madhi. Okay, now we classified the ism with respect to how many letters it contains. We classified the fi'l with respect to how many letters it contains. Harf, we cannot have a separate lesson for it because it is not that much detail in it. So I attached harf with it too. How many letters huruf al-ma'ani can have? So look, huruf al-ma'ani can have only one letter. Or it can have two, or it can have three, or four, or five. So we don't call them thulathi, rubai, khumasi. It is not that important because harf is like extra. So like for example, if a harful ma'ani has only one harf, it will be like, for example, look, wa, bi, and ta. They have meaning. For example, you say, wallahi, I swear by Allah. Billahi, I swear by Allah. Tallahi, I swear by Allah. So that ism, fi'l, harf. The third type of kalima, it can have only one letter. And it will have full-fledged meaning. Wallahi, I swear. Billahi, I swear. Tallahi, I swear. Or, for example, kaf. It's called kaf for tashbih. Ka zaydin, like Zayd. So it's only kaf. Or you say li zaydin for Zayd. So what is the conclusion? That huruful ma'ani, it can have only one. What about two? Or it might have two letters, like min, from. Okay, an also means from. So that has two letters, huruful ma'ani. What is the example of three letters? Inna. Because alif and two noon. So this is inna has three letters. Now you come four letters, ka'anna. Okay, so ka'anna has four letters. and then you say lakinna, it has 5 letters. So this is easy. So I just attach it with the fi'l that ism can have 3, 4 or 5 letters, fi'l can have 3 or 4 letters, and harf can have 1, 2, 5 letters. This is the summary of the kalam. All right? Okay, wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.